Singer, this is where I want to start. Usually, everyone I've spoken to, I ask them, how did they end up on No Jing Bang and how they get to this point to be in this competition. With you, I already know the answer to that question. You got here by Killing Sound, but before we get to the Killing Sound part, I want to go back just a little bit. And I want to start about you and your love for music. Because I think today, I've heard about 100 times about your love for music. Where did your love for music come from?
Well, from record days, seeing some people in the neighborhood have a sound system that was Ghetto Bandit, yeah, in Grace Farm, and we used to go shop and pass and see them all the time on the turntable, and it was just amazing. So it started from like this. So, like every time I go shop, I always want to go shop because I want to see that, and then I end up by the person one day. And that's where the musical journey started with Get a Bandit from Grace Farm. It was record. Daddy House and Gangster Killer and Jojo also.
Stinger, over the last 2 years, you've been through a lot. You've been through more than most people in this lifetime would even ever been through. You lost your mom, which I know it's not an easy thing. What was her influence on you? What kind of influence you had on you in as far as music goes?
Well, she always made me feel like I don't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Even when I lose at the worst, she still made me feel like me the best. And she cussed everybody. She cussed the promoter, she cussed the sound, she cussed everybody. No matter which competition I go in, she never come and say, oh, do good. You know what I mean? Not lack of that. We never ever get that. And even if she have left from work, in she uniform and so she come a clash. And if I lose, she cuss everybody, gate man, everybody. Until make me feel like I do good. So she just make me feel like, I can just keep on doing what I do. That she influenced me on that end. You know what I mean?
She was your biggest fan. She was your biggest fan.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She still is. You know what I mean?
Did anyone know you stopped playing music after your mom passed away?
Well, not really, but it kind of affected me for a long while. It affected my ability. My fans that never reach out to me, but them tell people, like, them say, like, what happened to Stinger? You know what I mean? But try. But it still bring me along because even though me feel down, I always still had adrenaline to keep going. Whether if me not do as good as me used to do and all that, I still feel like I want to go. And even though when me know to myself, because one of the time after she died, it's like, me know that I feel down inside, but I just still want to do it. Sometimes I come on the microphone and like, I can't focus like I normally do. And it may take a very long time for me to catch back that. But people won't know, only certain people won't know that. But, you know what I mean, it affects me, but I still push.
So she's one of the biggest influence for you right now. That's part of your drive right now when you get up on stage. Mommy's never far from the mind.
No, because before she passed, she had a sense that whenever time, that she did about, So to me, she's still there.
Very important.
Yeah, so because sometimes, I know that she did. You can feel it.
Tell me, when you clash, we see you put on the Antigua flag, you ban up. What is that all about?
Well, for Kanabis, from my point of view, is just that they have a lot of songs that represent the island, and they out there say mighty come from Japan and this come from that, and we don't just want to be a song. We want to be the song that carry the flag where we come from. That when you hear about Antigua, you have to mention Kanabis. Anything, So we're very patriotic especially when we fly out. We always have the Antigua attire
That's
You're
very
always on
important to you.
everything.
That's very, very important
Yeah,
to you. For you be the
yeah,
sound
because,
that represent Antigua. Why is that so important that Kanabis is the sound that represent Antigua? Because you fight for that for so much and you go hard just to have that title. Why is that so important for you?
because there is levels, the levels, no. Everything are levels, you know what I mean? So if you now want to be number one day, you know what you do. You know, man, no sense you do. You know what I mean? So that are the levels, right? There. So cannabis don't conquer all different part of the music.
Get to you. Let's get into sound. Let's get into dubs, and let's get into your talent of not only just writing regular dubs, but specifically like rewriting customs and say writing customs for like a specific round. Where did you develop your whole skill, your whole thing for writing customs?
Well, it's just always been like cannabis to be creative. And for me find that one of the ways, one of the number one way you can be creative in a sound clash in terms of dub play. It doesn't have to be a custom, but it can be a rewrite, a total rewrite. You check? So it was always something that me personally me into. We used to go to Zugo about it. We used to sit down and write tune with Zugo, put tune on rhythm, change over this lyrics to put that. So doing that from so long to now, it's just like, yeah, my mastery. Just my mastery. I can write song if I want to write song, but I'm just into that. But for write and dub play, I know exactly what to do. Especially for the situation that we know that me had the opponent that we go up against. It's just come natural right now.
Funny you mentioned Zugo now. Funny you mentioned Zugo. I spoke to Zugo today about you. And I think I've learned so much about you just from talking about him. And I think a lot of people will learn so much about cannabis that they never knew before after they listen to Zugo and the way he talk about you. Ratings up.
Yeah. Yeah, man, because Zugo was one of the men that I always go to sometime, especially when I clash. Because him have the little studio and he never say no. And me know, me watch Zugo do that same thing what me love to do right now. Before time when cannabis, me just come on the scene and it may be warfare. Me see Zugo, you understand? So me know that he had the knowledge. So I wanted the person that when I want to deal with dub play, he just be one of the person that I always go to. So he know from day one. I mean, Zugo been there from years, donkey years. So you know cannabis.
Let's talk about writing dubs and let's go to your clash with Stonewall very recently. And specifically rewriting dubs and the tune for tune segment. Where did the idea come from to rewrite some of Stonewall's biggest dubs, like the Capleton and especially Garnet Silk? What sparked that?
Well, as I tell you before, it's like it coming in natural. Cannabis been through so much clash, right? Losing, winning, lose at the last part, lose from the beginning, drop out. It's just like we've been through almost every situation, bad and good, in a sound clash. So going up against Stonewall, me personally, it's just not clashing a sound. And clash is not just all about clashing. You have to be smart. You understand? Know your opponent, what they're capable of, what their weakness be, what you can do to make them draw back a little. You check me come from. So me sit down and think about it. And I say, you know what I mean? Me always see Stonewall play this tune, and then I always get away with that tune. And this tune I always bring back the dance. So me just find a way to go around the most important thing that me know Stonewall always rely upon. You know what I mean? So it's just natural.
Was that your biggest win? Killing Stonewall? Was that a big moment for your career? Was that a big? What you said that wasn't the biggest moment in your career?
It was a big moment. It was a very big moment, but I wish it was outside.
Plantation. You not kill Stonewall, you kill him in Plantation.
You know what I mean? it's a big win, trust me. Some people might feel like, you know what I mean, big up Whitney, big up the whole team, you know what I mean? But to Kanabis, it's just a show because it's just to show the capability of Kanabis and what Kanabis can really do. You check where I come from. So even if you make outside, inside, on a house, on top of a roof, you're gonna get the same result probably because Kanabis know what it take for kill any song. It mightn't work, it might work, but we are coming for deal with the thing. You understand what I mean? So, are the biggest win for Kanabis online if you're that what they want to see.
Let me stop you. Let me ask you a question. Speaking of online, you're gonna be clashing No Drink Band Clash by yourself online. What's the difference, you know, in the vibe when you're clashing by yourself or when you have your selector? I've got the sense that you're pretty okay doing it by yourself, and the vibe for you maybe even be better. What's that all about?
Yeah, for me, you know what I mean? Especially in a small venue, in a small space or whatever. Anyhow you want to put it, but you know better when me personally do everything because me know exactly what me do. You know what I mean? Although me and Jelly Belly have a chemistry for the big stage. You understand? That's totally different than what Kanabis personally myself can do. You understand? But when it comes to big stage, because me know, you know me how me stay when me clash. Me can't keep still. You know, me all over. Me have to put on that for the people and them. I have to entertain the people and them. So I can't do it by myself now. But I feel more freely, especially in Antigua, that I can just go out and know that everything behind it good. You check where I come from?
See.
Yeah, but I can't do it.
Speaking of big stage, this clash you have coming up, No Drink Bang, Twitch, Serato. This is going to be a big stage. This is probably the most people that would ever have maybe probably seen you clash so far. Last week they had 10,000 plus. You know, I spoke to King Vower not too long ago. He said you're going to kick out your teeth. What you got to say about that?
What I can say about that? What you say about that, man?
Where message to he?
We don't send message, we just deal with the thing.
And you ready for deal with the thing?
Yeah, man, long time, man, before me even reach New York. You know, and I send no message. People there, that's it.
What could we expect to see from you Saturday?
You can see Kanabis. That's the way you see everybody.
Give me some. Give me a surprise. What's, you know, you write something. Stinger. Come on, man.
Surprises, man.
Plenty surprises.
Too early for surprises.
Stinger, I'm gonna leave. I look forward to it. Stinger, I look forward to it. Boss, I would like to talk to you for another hour. We're gonna do it again. I don't want to keep you too long because I know you've been on the road all day. Stinger, Saturday, No Jing Bang, Twitch, Serato, and let me send you this message and let me give you this message to give to your people. Let them know to sign up to Twitch so they could vote because this is going to be very important. So you want to please send that message.
Yeah, so people, you know, just join up on Twitch TV, right? You download it and then it's an easy sign up. You put your name or whatever and then, you know, you're on, you know what I mean? That's the only how you're going to get to vote. So everybody sign up for Twitch. Download it. You can download it on your phone. Everybody right now, if you're listening to this interview, download Twitch and sign up. It's easy. You know what I mean? One, two, three, just like you do Facebook or something. Something simple. It's simple.
Anything you want to say I didn't ask you?
Well, as I say, we will have a next interview. Okay, I know I'm just reaching the plane right now. You know the thing, I'm just want to build back, you know. And big up Kanabis leaf, you know, we got the Kanabis leaf.
Promote yourself, singer. Promote your thing.
This is my father. This is my father brand. See? Yeah, we just promote it, so we come deal with the thing same way. You know what I mean? Double D's clothing, so they can look out for that, people. You know what I mean? We come down with something fresh for the woman them, the man them. everybody.
Stinger, rest up yourself. Saturday. Look forward to talk.
Big up all fans them. All the New York fans them across the globe, UK, Canada, everybody. Yeah man, Jing Bang, Saturday. Nothing now, man. Nah, say nothing. I'm going to see.
Stinger, looking forward to. Bless up, Regin. We'll link up.
Yeah man, Brian. Yeah man.
Right. Good luck.